And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Top 5 on the People's Podcast this evening. We have two recurring, magnificent, and very special guests to myself, my family, and the viewing audience. Welcome back, Sister Rakia with Rakia Reels by Rakia on YouTube.
Yeah,
Please say, how are you doing, everybody, ma'am?
I'm doing just fine. It feels great to be back. I look forward to doing more shows with you, and I'm ready to get into these topics. Top five.
Okay, good. Marvin, the lone champion himself. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down to all these years, man. It's always good to see you. Who is like family? Please say what's up to everybody.
Peace, love, blessings, and protection. And when I say that, I know it sounds funny, but I mean that by the bottom of my heart, bro. So to everybody out there, to all the family, peace, love, blessings, and protection.
Okay, wonderful. We're excited and welcome back, Top Five. Man, this feels good to be back on Top Five. Today we're starting with top five albums that would make for great movies. We are starting with you, Sarakia. What do you have for number five?
So the way that I did mine was I did it by genres. So I
Okay.
like musicals, contrary to some people's beliefs, because I didn't want to watch Wicked. But there's a title that would make a great musical, and the name of the album is Songs in the Key of Life. It's a
Okay.
Stevie Wonder's 18th studio album that was released September 28th of 1976. So Songs in the Key of Life, that's a great album title that would make a great movie for a
Wait,
musical.
so in '76, that was his which number album?
His 18th studio album.
That's wild.
It
That
is wild. He's
it
been
is
doing that
so.
for a very long time.
We
Yeah,
appreciate you for doing your homework because we would have never known, baby.
absolutely. You know, I come with the facts.
Yeah, I definitely would have guessed 18 for sure.
Yeah.
Um, that's an album that anytime I ask the guests like what's their favorite album of all time, that's one of the top albums that people reference. So
Yes.
you can't go wrong with Stevie Wonder. If it's magic. All right, we singing, Marvin. What you got for number five?
Number five, I'm gonna go with Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight. And
Okay.
and if we going so I'm gonna do it like kind of like Sister did because it works if you pick a certain genre. I would put that in a comedy like Don't Be a Menace while drinking and South Central while drinking your juice in the hood,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Right.
That's a perfect title. It sounds funny. Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight. So
Listen, you can't go wrong with that. And um, yeah, that's creative. I would have never guessed that. All right, my number five, since everybody's doing genres, I think this one would go in a thriller or a suspense, but I'm going to go Tupac, Me Against the World. I feel
Okay.
like I feel like it's like man, it just makes me wonder. I'm thinking about the trailer in my head, Me Against the World, like what's happening, like what's taking place, and it just made me be like, man, okay, that's a good movie title for something to see. All right, Sister Kid, what you got for number four?
So number four comes from a rock band, an English rock band by the name of Pink Floyd. Their eighth studio album, which was released March 1st of 1977, is an album called The Dark Side of the Moon. To
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
that would make for a great sci-fi movie. I just think of Aliens, The Dark Side of the Moon, or something like that. But yeah, yeah, yeah. So Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. That's what I have as a great sci-fi.
You can't go wrong with Pink Floyd. Dark Side, man, that's great. Very creative, and it's
Yeah.
something I would want to see because I want to know what's on the dark side of the moon. Like you know what I'm saying. So
Absolutely. And I love Lil Wayne's song Dark Side of the Moon, if y'all haven't
yeah,
heard that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, yeah.
Also, fun fact, as Sister Ricky will always say, fun fact. They say if you play Dark Side of the Moon alongside the Wizard of Oz, that it goes hand in hand. Like if you put the Wizard of Oz on like mute and just play the Dark Side of the Moon, then it's like perfect soundtrack to the whole movie. So that's what
that's
that is.
crazy.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am. Now people are showing love in the comments. Brother Musa saying yes, top five is back. Blaxican the Traveler holding it down. I believe it's in Mexico. Says let's go. Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is great. All right, Marvin, what you got for number four? Top five albums that will make for good movies.
I got Chronic, the Chronic.
Okay.
Okay.
And
And
that
what
could work
genre
a
would
lot
this
of
be,
ways.
Marvin?
It could sound like a comedy, but that also could be something that's like serious, the chronic.
Mm,
So
mm. Okay.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with that.
I
And then the
thought of
sequel.
Chi Chi Chong.
Exactly. The sequel could be Karate 2001. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
There it is. Yeah.
The sequel. All right. All right. My next one would be this is a horror film, but depending on how you see it, what side of it. But Public Enemy, my older brother used to always had his poster in his room, Fear of a Black Planet, and I just feel like that would just be a great like, what does a black planet look like? What does that represent? What does that mean? Is it scary? Horror films always got these double meanings like Sinners, like it's like ooh. So Fear of a
Yeah.
Black Planet, Public Enemy, that's my number 4. Number 3, what you got, Ricky?
So this will make for a great action. When I think of the name, I think of like somebody pulling off like the best heist ever. And it comes from Drakey Baby, our lover boy. His 4th mixtape was called If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, which was released
Okay.
February
Yes,
13th
that is
of
a great one.
2015. Yeah, yeah. So
That
that
is
would
a
make for a good
great
action
one.
movie.
No lie, that's a great one.
Absolutely. And it makes me want to know what's too late. You know what I'm saying? What do
Like,
we
say somebody gets to their safe finally at the end of the movie and all the
Yeah,
money is gone. It's like, if you're reading this, it's too late and they took all the gold or whatever. That's what I think of when I think of that title.
absolutely. Go ahead, Ricky. This is why we love doing top 5. Marvin, what you got for number 3?
No dope on Sundays. I know Brother Josh gonna appreciate that one. No
Okay,
dope.
that's a great one, Marvin. What genre you think that would be? What are you thinking?
Honestly, probably like crime, some type of
Yeah,
crime
yeah.
that's leading into some saved child. You know what I mean? He was first a drug dealer, a Malcolm type brother.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
was he was red to begin, and then became Brother Malcolm out.
You can't go wrong with no dope on Sundays. Now I'm about to listen to that, by the way, because I haven't heard it this year, so I'm listening to No Dope.
I knew you would. That bro.
Yes, sir.
When that came out, we was going wow.
Absolutely. All right, now my number 3 is a this will definitely be in the action film or suspense, but the Clips album Hell Have No Fury.
Okay.
So, Hell Have No Fury is just like, of course, it's gonna be like something dealing with a woman. You done tried, she done, now she mad, now she going crazy. You don't know what's going on. He could have cheated, he could have did something.
Brother
But
Josh,
now
you are being sexist today. What is this?
I'm just saying,
Why would you go there?
Hell Have No Fury. She was done wrong. It's not like it was her fault, but now it's payback. It's payback for sure.
Nah, for sure. I would have thought for sure that some woman
Stania, Walaikum salam, ma'am. Naima says, peace, ma'am. Naima, thank you for watching. Blacks in the Ken, the Traveler says, wow. Blacks, can you let us know where you travel from? Because that's a cool name. Please let us know what you all had for albums that will make good movies. Sister Akia, number 2, what you got?
So number 2 would be a great horror or like a psychological thriller. This comes from our brother Kanye West, his 5th studio album, which is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Isn't that dope? Like, for a horror movie? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Or
can't
a
believe I didn't think
psychological
about
thriller.
that. As the biggest Kanye fan on the planet, I feel ashamed of myself.
And also, that one was his 5th studio album, which came out November 22nd of 2010, by the way.
2010. That's a great time period. It was a great time period. And then Brother Musa says, Hell Has No Fury sounds like a Tyler Perry movie.
It really does.
Y'all took it like real. I was thinking more like, suspenseful, not just like, I wasn't thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking like, whatever. All right, Marvin, what you got for number 2?
For number 2, I got Good Kid, Mad City.
That's a great one. That's a great one. Yes, that's a good one. You can't go wrong with that one.
Yeah.
And everybody, just the intrigue alone is gonna be like, yo, why is the city mad? Naima says, yes, as a kid, that album will make a great horror film. Okay, my number 2, we're going fantasy or sci-fi. Aquemini. What is Aquemini? Like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it?
That's dope.
Yeah,
we are cooking today. We got y'all want to turn on the air conditioners and the fans because we cooking.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Brother Musa says, Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. I'm assuming it's something with Wu-Tang. I don't know whose album that is, but I'm assuming it's a Wu-Tang album. I don't know which one, but Shaolin, that got me thinking Wu-Tang. So let us know, Brother Musa, who's Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. All right, number 1, Sister Kid, what you got?
So this would be a great comedy, Rich Crack Baby. It is Young Dolph's 14th mixtape, which was released August 26, 2016. Rich Crack Baby is just hilarious to me. Like, that would be so funny. Rich Crack Baby.
I'm very shocked that it came. I didn't know that you listened to quote Young Dolph in his in that mixtape. But yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah, man.
What you got, Marvin? Number one.
I got Simply Unpredictable, one of the Jamie Foxx's greatest album, and that title alone just unpredictable. People, it'll have people in the movie theaters. Who
It's a
knows
good
what
one. I think because when you said, I was like, oh, Jamie Foxx. You can't go wrong with that.
Which genre would you put that in?
Yeah, what genre would that be, Marvin?
I was suspense probably. Unpredictable.
Okay.
All right, now this one it sounds like a comedy, but 9 times out of 10, it's a drama, like motivational drama. But we are going, hold on. Naima says, okay, Dolph. And then Brother Musa says, Wu-Tang album, they only made one copy and it was bought by Martin Shkreli. Okay. Brother Musa is giving us that New York history. All right, my number one is a drama, but motivational. At the end, it's gonna be like a lot of sad stuff. Then at the end, he wins. College Dropout. You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah,
you gotta go wrong. You gotta go College Dropout.
Nah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? What happened to him? Why did he drop out? Did you make it at the end? Then of course, we guess it's gonna be some sequels, late registration and graduation. But we just wanted to know what was gonna happen.
There it is.
The world
Naima
loves
says,
good.
yes, Marvin. That album is no skips. It could be a rom-com too. Naima, that's what I'm saying. We didn't mention romantic comedies.
Hey, people always say that. I always correct them. It's like one skip, bro. It's about 1 or 2 skips on that album.
Unpredictable. Okay, listen. All right, now we're going top 5 movies that people get mad when you haven't seen them. All right, number 5. What you got, Marvin?
I ain't gonna lie. This list is very urban today because that's
okay.
all on my mind. So number 5, I'm gonna go with Training Day. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because if you say you ain't seen Training Day, people act like they lost their mind.
Listen, you can't go wrong with Training Day. You can't go wrong with Training Day. All right, and Sister Rakia, what you got?
My list is very urban too. I try to put together movies that will get your black card revoked if you haven't seen it.
Okay.
This one was a movie that was released in spring of 1991. It's New Jack City. It was directed by Mario Van Peebles, which also stars him as he was Stone, one of the cops. And it also stars Ice-T as Scotty. You have Wesley Snipes, of course, we all know as Nino Brown, and then you have Chris Rock as Pookie. And it also shows Alan Payne as G Money. And I just feel like if you didn't know G Money's net worth before Nino Brown decided to make change, we can't be friends.
Okay,
so,
that's a
New
great
Jack
one.
City at number 5.
I forgot all about Mario Van Peebles and New Jack City. That's just nuts.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite films, like, of all time. I always tell people that, I'm like, don't sleep on New Jack City.
You can't.
And okay, my number 5. Speaking of keeping it urban, since you all say we was keeping it urban, I got to go Paid in Full. People get so mad if you don't see Paid in Full, if you don't know Mitch, Money Mitch, and it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing right now. If you haven't seen Paid in Full, they're kicking you out the barbershop. You getting uninvited to the cookout. So I feel like people get mad if you haven't seen Paid in Full. All right, number 4. What you got, Marvin?
Just the only regular one, and I got Forrest Gump, and it's because just think about it. If you say somebody, you talking about Forrest Gump, I'll never see it. You'll be like, what? Even me, who like, I don't even watch movies. I'll be like, hold on, wait, you ain't never seen Forrest Gump? That is a tragedy.
You can't go wrong with Forrest Gump for sure. Matter of fact, I didn't think about that. How many people haven't seen Forrest Gump? Sister Rakia, what you got for number 4?
Number 4, a movie released in spring of 1989. I have Lean on Me, starring Morgan Freeman as Mr. Clark, also known as Crazy Joe. This movie is almost a replica of the high school I went to, believe it or not. I went to Williamson High School out of Mobile, Alabama, and baby, it was rough. So yeah. I have Lean on Me. I get offended when people haven't watched Lean on Me.
You speak so well. I would have never thought that you went to like a Lean on Me school.
Well, my dad retired from the Army, so I'm well traveled in addition to all of that. So
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I went to school like Lean on Me, yes, sir.
And did y'all have
me and Jamarcus Russell? I tutored him, the one who played for the Raiders for a minute.
That's crazy.
Okay, well, that's probably why he didn't read his playbook. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why he didn't read his playbook.
Brother was not having reading. It was math.
He was not focused. I'm like, come on, Jamarcus Russell, you can't go number 1 like that and not be reading your playbook. Naima says she swear people hype Peyton full up. She was so disappointed when she finally watched it. And Brother Musa says true Forrest Gump. Absolutely. Okay, my number 4, Scarface. And Al Pacino is like 1 and 2. Him and Robert De Niro are my favorite actors of all time. But with all due respect to Scarface, I mean, come on, y'all. Like, people hype it so much. I mean, you can see it one time, but if you have never seen it, it's okay. Like, if you've never seen Scarface, all right, but people get so mad. You ain't never seen The World Is Yours and Say Hello to My Little Friend.
Yeah. Time to reload it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
To be honest, bro, I watched it a couple of times and I thought it was decent, but I always fell asleep on it or left. Like, it wasn't intriguing enough to, because some movies you just don't get up and leave on, right? Yeah. No matter what you, we got to go pick up the baby. Look, the baby gonna have to wait. I gotta see what's going on in this movie.
I'm just saying, the way people hyped it, it's like, why y'all? It got some quotes, but that's it. You can YouTube, you know what I'm saying?
Carlito's Way was better.
Carlito's Way was better. Naima says she still has to watch Scarface. Brother Musa says The Color Purple. Confession, I've never seen The Color Purple.
That was on my list. I took it off.
Too depressing. It gets too depressing. I'll be like, can't do The Color Purple. Naima, Top Gun, because my sister Naima has never seen Top Gun. I don't understand why she hasn't seen it, but whatever. All right, number 3. What you got, Marvin?
Number 3, I got a tie. I'm sorry, Josh, but these go probably hand in hand anyway when you say The 5 Heartbeats and The Temptations.
Yeah.
One, I have you seen one or both? How the hell haven't you seen both?
I agree.
Hey, Sister Rakia, that's one to get your black card revoked immediately.
Absolutely.
And it's up. It makes sense why. Like, I'm like, y'all, these are great films. These aren't like, some overhyped. Like, come on, and you should be able to quote. Give me one quote. You know what I'm saying? A meme or something. Like, yeah, both of those are great movies. Good ones, Marvin. Sister Rakia, what you got for number 3?
Number 3 is one of my favorite movies ever. This one came out summer of 1988, starring Eddie Murphy, a story about Eddie Murphy, which is coming to America. Listen, it was very star-studded. You had Eddie Murphy who played, and this movie was so grand to me because it was like my first time being introduced to African royalty. And I was just mesmerized by it. But, Eddie Murphy played Prince Hakeem, of course, and Randy Watson. You had Arsenio Hall as Simi. And then you had Sherry Headley as Lisa McDowell, James Amos, may he rest in peace, as Cleo McDowell. Yeah. James Earl Jones, another great one, may he rest in peace. He was King Jaffe Joffer. And as well as many others. But yeah, Coming to America, that was a classic.
That's my favorite comedy of all time. I put that on the list where I don't want to see it for another 10 years so I can try to rewatch it and be refreshed, because my siblings and I, we will just watch a movie over like to the point where it's like I don't want to do that to it. But Coming to America, it might have to be 15 years before I see it and not laugh again, because I know every word, every scene.
Absolutely.
He beat Joe Louis, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sexual Chocolate, like I just know all. That was Coming to America is one of those movies. Okay, so Naima says Malcolm X. Of course, Naima, yes, if you ain't seen Malcolm X, people will get mad. Loving Basketball, for sure, especially if you trying to be all romantic with a girl. She's like, you ain't seen Loving Basketball? Like, you ain't got no kind of, And Brother Musa says, yes, ain't nobody come to see you, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis, which is a classic. And it makes me, and also random, y'all, The Temptations was a TV movie. It didn't even go to the movie theaters. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like they downplayed that movie, man. That movie is literally one of my favorite movies.
It's amazing, bro.
It's like one of my favorite movies of all time,
bro. Another thing, they need to bring back the bass man in these R&B groups. That's something that they had in common. Like after Boys to Men, we didn't see that no more.
Yeah, you got that's when you gotta have to break the smooth talk to the ladies. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that. Yeah. And Brother Musa says Loving Basketball is a good one for sure. Okay, my number 3. We got to go Star Wars.
Okay.
I'm the person who gets mad, even though a lot of people don't get me, but I'm just like, you had to at least see one Star Wars, y'all.
Yeah.
Come on, you ain't seen one.
No, I could agree.
I've never seen any of them.
One Star Wars?
Never.
That's what I'm saying. Like me who never watches TV, I've seen at least one Star Wars.
Not even a snippet of Star Wars.
I was actually just watching it. I was watching one with Jar Jar Binks because that's the only one I've seen, and it's my favorite because it's lit. Jar Jar Binks, can't go wrong.
Listen, okay, so Marvin, so all you gotta do is just watch. That's episode 1. Just go ahead and watch 2 and 3.
Oh,
two and three are my
wait.
favorite ones.
Wait,
Like,
so that's the start? That's the start?
that's the start because it started out. Those are the prequels. It came the ones in the '70s and stuff where Darth Vader and all of them already grown. This is the early stages. So the one you saw is young
Like
Anakin.
I hate that I know how that story go because it would have been dope to not know how that
See what
go
I'm
and then
saying?
it
You see what I'm
unfold.
saying? But trust me, even when you see it, I'm
Yeah.
telling y'all, Star Wars. Don't get me going on Star Wars thing, but
Yeah.
you got to at least see one Star Wars. But make sure it's one of the first six because you might see the new ones and get mad and never want to see it
No,
again.
Josh, I'm a binge. I got Disney, bro. I'm a binge the movies.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
going
telling you,
go
bro.
crazy.
Susannia said she saw the first Star Wars at the show. Okay, see that's what I'm saying. I never because I got caught on late. I wasn't like a real Star Wars fan, so I didn't see them in a prime in the movie theaters. So I never got to experience dun 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 and everybody like I never got to see none of that, man. I'm like, what? I couldn't even.
But I'm sure there's gonna be some more. I don't know if it's gonna be the same experience because it seems like movies are dwindling in their art power. But
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. But yeah, I would give anything to see the original Darth Vader and all of them like Yoda and stuff. It's like, oh, but yeah. Susannia said 1979. That's amazing that you got to experience that. Brother Musa said Empire Strikes Back. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all got to see the OG Star Wars. Like those are the ones. Okay, Marvin, come back to us for number two. Movies that people get mad if you haven't seen them. Marvin, what you got? What you got for number two?
I got Menace to Society. A
Mm.
very urban list today, indeed.
I mean, but it's still good because how have you not seen Menace to Society though? Like somebody
Yeah,
like
and the crazy thing is, almost everything on my well, I don't say almost everything, but I never seen Menace to Society, and a lot of stuff that y'all said, I never seen none of that stuff for real. But
you never saw Menace to Society?
I never seen it. Not all the way through. Like I've seen parts of it, but
But
I
you
never
like
seen.
Don't Be a Menace, so how you get the references?
Bro, because it feel like Don't Be a Menace give me all that I need. No lie,
But
but
Wow.
Menace Society is full of urban
look,
black drama,
I would
sadness.
always see Men's Society in chunks. Like the one I remember most is the one where a dude come to the go. Who is it? It's Mickey. He was like, he said, you said come to the door, and this time he's like, I don't give a damn what I said. I don't get up before 4:30.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. Since Nia said she was 5 years old, that's crazy. Yes, ma'am. Gwendolyn Trailer says, ASA Lake Salon, ma'am, Coolie High. Listen, you talking my language, Coach. He's like, my siblings used to get mad at me because I would play that over and over, another one of those movies. Cause I'm practicing all my smooth lines. Coach Heath is one of my favorite, characters in the movie. So yeah, you got at least see Coolie High at least one time, and yeah, that's a great one. All right, Sister Kid, number two, what you got?
So my number two is Roots. It initially aired as a 8-part miniseries back in the winter of 1977. It's based on the story of Alex Haley and his family, where he tracks his genealogy all the way back to Africa, where he discovered that one of his ancestors, Kunta Kinte, was sold into slavery, and it just goes from Kunta Kinte. It's a follow-up miniseries, a 3-part miniseries by the name of Queen, which is about his grandmother, and ultimately it ends with the birth of Alex Haley. So it's kind of 2 for 1. But I love Roots, and it's also star-studded. A lot of people didn't notice that you had OJ Simpson. He was in there.
He's
He played
definitely
as Khadi. You had who
LeVar
else was in
Burton.
there? LeVar Burton, of course, the Reading Rainbow guy, as Kunta
Yeah,
Kinte, and then the older Kunta Kinte, Toby, was John Amos. Then you
yeah.
had it's a lot of people as the Fiddler, Chicken George. You had cameos by Maya Angelou, and also Cicely Tyson played his mother. So it was very star-studded before they were stars.
That's
But
crazy. I ain't never known none of that for real.
Yeah,
really,
and that's another one of those trauma ones. Can't see it again. Won't see it again.
yeah,
Watch it
man.
again. Like I was,
I'll
you
tell
talking
you
about
what though, the
crying
follow-up
and stuff.
Queen about his grandmother was to me way more tragic than Roots. But
And what I used to tell my moms, I used to be like, listen, I know we're trying to teach, some love for yourself and all that. But some of these movies, man, I don't like crying in the movie theaters. Just to be crying in front of TV because my mom was like, watch Queen. This is about Halle Berry. I was like, don't show me that movie again. Like, whatever
so
you
you've
do.
seen it.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
saw Queen.
That was his grandmother.
Yeah,
Like,
blood dripping on the baby and the hey. I'm like, what is happening right now? Why am I watching this in front of this TV right
I'm
now? Like, this is
so
crazy.
glad that I've never seen any of these horribly traumatizing movies.
Like
Thank you.
I'm
it's
telling you, you talk
necessary though.
about
Like to see it at least once.
Yeah, you talk about just being enraged. Like you gotta chill. You gotta be like, all
That's
right.
why I like Django, because Django make me feel like a superhero. Like we could do it, not like
yeah.
oh man. Because thinking about the tragedies, well, no, that's trauma for a couple of years. That's hard to unpack. Trust me.
Yeah. Sister Gwendolyn said that's her #1 movie of all time. Sister Nia said she loved the original Roots. Brother Musa said Roots was good. And then everybody showing love. Thank you all to everybody who's watching. We got one more category, and then we're good to go, y'all. And please let us know if you all have any guesses. I mean, any suggestions for movies as well. Brother Musa says Goodfellas. I mean, clearly. I mean, if you haven't seen Goodfellas, I don't know what's going on. Marvin, don't say I ain't seen Goodfellas. I'm just saying, y'all gotta
I'm gonna
see
say it. I
Goodfellas.
haven't seen Goodfellas.
What? Like, okay. All right. So my #2. Sister Rakia, did you do your #2? That was your #2, right?
I did my #2. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. My #2 is I've been in Atlanta for 20 years. Any Medea, people get mad at you. I'm just telling you because I haven't seen them. But any Medea goes to jail, goes to the store, goes to the scary movies.
No, that's like Star Wars, bro. You should have
so
seen
mad
one
at me about
Medea.
Medea. I be like,
you should have seen at least one Medea,
no.
And if you haven't, that's disrespectful.
They get so mad at me about the Medea. I be like, they're like the one with Bow Wow and Brandy was it. I was like, no, I've never seen.
I have a fun fact about Tyler Perry and his movies. I auditioned and made it like 3 rounds, but I couldn't keep taking off work and missing money. So I couldn't keep going back to Atlanta. But that was cool. That was really fun.
And was he nice?
I didn't meet him.
Okay.
You auditioned for
but you enjoyed the experience though.
I did. Yes.
Bro, you just said Bow Wow and Brandy. Bro, I can't even imagine.
I'm just saying, like those, like I don't know which movie they both was in or around it. There was some movie where everybody was talking about it.
But that's what I'm saying. I haven't watched a Tyler Perry in a long time, like a movie in a long time, and like I'm not as hard on him as a lot of people now because it seems like Tyler Perry is catching hell from the Black community nowadays. Like they are fed up with Tyler Perry, and I'm just like, that's one of the persons you just leave alone. Like
I get it. I'm just saying people get so mad at me. I'm like, I didn't see it. Y'all. Don't get mad at me. But I'm sure when he does a Medea Boo, the scary movie, everybody's gonna watch it again. #1, what you got, Marvin?
#1, I got Juice.
Okay. At least one time, everybody should see Juice.
Bro, I'm telling you, and I've seen Juice. Fortunately for me, I seen it. It's a great movie too, bro. That's a great movie.
Yeah, Cindy from En Vogue was like my favorite person as when I was young watching. My older brother was watching all these Juice and all those movies. And when I saw Omar Epps talking to her, I was like, "That's your girl? Oh, okay. Well, who is she?" Like, they like, "That's the girl from En Vogue." I'm like, "Oh, that's the girl." Well, I'm an En Vogue fan because of Juice. So yeah, I definitely shout out to Juice.
It's to the point now the white community too, bro. You ain't seen Juice?
Yeah.
Y'all gotta see Juice. That's necessary for all of the world. Go see Juice.
Go see Juice. My brother Musa says Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood for sure. And there's so many references that people in putting the new movies and Snowfall and how it's all like you got to see these movies to understand subtext in the writing. So Rakia, what you got for #1?
Boys in the Hood, of course, directed by John Singleton, released summer of 1991. Boys in the Hood is a coming-of-age movie about a group of friends based in South Central LA. It's also star-studded. You have Ice Cube as Doughboy, Cuba Gooding Jr. as Trey, and Lawrence Fishburne is Furious. You have Morris Chestnut, of course, is Ricky. Angela Bassett is Reva. And Nia Long is Brandy. Also, Regina King was in there as Shalika. That was her name. Yeah. But Boys in the Hood, I put that above Roots, man. Boys in the Hood.
Yes, because you know why? You know why I can watch it? Because I stop it every time they go to the corner store. Stop. All right, turn it off. I don't want to see. I'm not with the trauma. So in my mind, Ricky he only got shot one time. After that, I just like, all right, this is the part he about to get shot.
To me, right here. The worst part of the movie was after he died and his mother got his ACT scores and he passed and he was gonna go to college.
Trauma. My God.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm not with it.
That's why I am so glad that so a lot of those type of movies I seen through in passing. You know what I mean? Like I was at somebody's house, I seen a couple shots of it, and then I got up out of there. So I ain't get to live through the trauma. I mean, but I did get to live through the trauma of Ricky, and boy was it traumatizing. Cause I'm like, bro, I'm an athlete. You could have hopped the gate, bro. Yeah, all you had to do was hop the gate.
Yeah, like that. The graphics. John Singleton is one of my favorite directors of all time. Like he did it because he like, no, you gonna feel the pain every time. Like if I see Morris Chestnut now, I'm like, man, you okay, bro? like if I saw him, I'm like, man, you straight, man. Like
I swear,
good,
bro.
man.
I still never understood why they took him home and not to the hospital for the life of me, but neither
Exactly.
here nor there.
So the Gwendolyn trailer says Friday, all of them. It's her number two. See, now I saw that. I know everybody gets mad. I never saw Friday, the third Friday.
It wasn't
Right?
worth it.
I never saw. Like I know everybody loves Pinky and Michael Blackson in the movie. I just never. I was like, nope, not seeing it. But I saw Friday and the next Friday. I saw Friday. I saw the
Well,
first
wait a
two Fridays.
minute. Friday After Next was the one about the Christmas, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That one was good. I like that one.
See, I never
With
saw
Cat
it.
Williams.
Bro,
Yeah.
look, I'm telling you, bro, it's worth it. It's worth it, John. It's better than 2.
It's
It
better than
is.
two.
2 was
Yes.
trash.
2 is
2 was
trash compared
trash.
to 3. And that's what I'm
Yes.
telling. Yes,
Yes.
3, and that'd be a good treat for you, bro. If you never
It
saw it,
really
that's gonna
would
be a
be.
great
Okay,
3
treat,
was
okay. Now I'm
way
take y'all
better
word
than
bro.
for it.
2.
I'm gonna take
It's
y'all
gonna be
word
for
for it.
you, bro. It's gonna be like getting in the time capsule and going back in time and
I'm
sitting there
watching. I'm watching.
living your nostalgia, bro. Watch it, write it down, make sure you
Okay,
watch it.
okay. I'm telling. All right, then if I watch, I better be some real
Bro.
laughter.
When I tell you something, look, because I can't make guarantee because I ain't been watching too much of anything. So, but that's something
Listen,
I can tell you for sure.
the lady, she was my like they be like, hear me out. She was my hear me out from next Friday. I used to just watch all the time because of his aunt. I used to be like, y'all sleep. I used to be like, y'all sleep on the aunt. I was like, okay, okay, now listen, all right now. Yeah, she better than us. Mia says Friday, 1 and 2 1 and 3 are the best. Okay,
Hold
all
on,
right.
hold on,
Listen,
wait. I got a question for Sister Rakia. Have you watched Friday After Next recently, and do you feel like it's aging well?
I have not watched it recently, but I do remember that I love Friday After Next way better than Next Friday.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, y'all put me on. All right, Sister Kid, what's your number one?
I did mine, which
That
was
that
Boys
was
in the
number one.
Hood.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
boom. My number one is The Godfather.
Okay.
It is the most quoted movie on the People's Podcast. Anytime I ask somebody what their favorite movie is, or any people, Godfather, God. So when people don't see it, i.e., my siblings, my family, they be like, I don't get it. I'm like, so like Mike, like Sonny, no, it's not. They not going for a lot. A lot of people will be like, they're not seeing The Godfather. So then I'm like, how we gonna have some point of reference to be like, it's kind of like the hospital scene, or it's kind of like this scene, or no. So The Godfather, you at least see it one time, at least see some scenes from it. Like tell me you seen a little bit of it.
No, like seriously, bro. Like since movies are like, I want to start getting into theater and all that, and movies are not as like I feel like the artistic expression is like dwindling fast. I feel like those would be the treats. Going back now, I get to see Godfather for the first time, bro.
Yeah,
All this time in my life, I'm 37. I'll be watching it for the first time, and I'll get to appreciate it as an adult. You feel what I'm saying? Not like for the first time as an adult. So I feel like maybe it'll be great for me. You know.
good. Just give it 20 minutes. I tell everybody, give it 20 minutes because like when I say like my favorite movies of all time is full of action. It's The Dark Knight. It's kind of, Godfather's that slow burn. But boy, when it burn, I'm telling you, you keep going. You like okay, you gonna feel like you know the family. You gonna feel like you know the enemies. And now let's go. So good. All right. Next, this is a real unique one. So I hope y'all let us know your list. Top 5 powers that you can have from any athlete. If you can have any athlete's powers, which power would you have? Which skill set? Which gift would you have? Marvin, what you got? Number 5. I mean, Sister
Man,
Kid. Sister Kid, what you got for
yeah.
number 5?
You said that we want. I read that wrong. Oops. So I struggled with this one. Show. I used your reference. So my number 5 is Usain Bolt speed.
Okay.
That would be cool. I would probably commit a lot of crimes if I can run that fast.
Because ain't nobody catching you.
You ain't gonna catch me.
Yeah,
Right.
Nobody catching you.
You can't go wrong with Usain Bolt's number speed. Brother Musa said Godfather is definitely a must see for sure. And Brother Musa, all the people from New York or in Jersey and all those places, I would like to go to see where those scenes were shot. All right, Mark, what you got? Number 5.
I got Michael Jordan's hand size.
Okay.
Underrated. And, man, he could palm a basketball easily like it was a tennis ball. Bro.
Easy. Yeah. Okay.
In any sport, that's a very I'm not gonna say any sport, but in most sports, that's a very huge advantage.
Absolutely.
Imagine a receiver. I'm sure that was something that was close, but imagine a receiver with hands like Mike. Bro.
Yeah. Maybe maybe Megatron or somebody. You got to be like somebody who's super, big or whatever. Naima says Mike Tyson's knockout power. Naima, why you have to be violent? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And you know Mike Tyson's on my list. My number
Mine
5,
too.
as a somebody who models myself, feel like I was a point guard and playing basketball, YMCA league, never made the team and all of that. Steph Curry shooting. If I could shoot like Steph Curry, y'all just don't understand. I would have went D1. I would have been a star. Like if I could just shoot, somebody's like, "What's Josh's main weakness?" You know, shoot. How you a point? Like just terrified to shoot. Like when I was like, I did not want to shoot. I just didn't want to miss. I felt like it was too much pressure. But boy, when I see Steph Curry shoot, whoo, yeah, picture me with my personality, my skill set. Who can shoot like Steph Curry? Oh yeah, we going D1. I'm getting recruited. So that.
Definitely.
All right, number 4, Sister Kid, what you got?
So I have Muhammad Ali's mouth. He was very witty.
Okay.
I'm the type of person, I'm witty after the fact. You ever had an argument with somebody like, dang, I should have said, and I've always felt like he was right on point, like real time. So
Yes,
I wish I was as witty as Muhammad Ali.
yes, ma'am. And could back it up. So
And could back it up, right?
back
Kiss
it
your
up.
hand, right?
And that's something that we see in the playoffs with the Timberwolves with Anthony Edwards. People who have a personality that's like boom, boom. Soon somebody that's a skill. Somebody say something.
It,
Like,
it really is a
yeah,
skill.
like yeah, that's a real skill. All right, Marvin, what you got for number 4? Well, who do you have for number 4?
Man, I got so much stuff. I don't know where to put them. I'm gonna go with Bo Jackson's complete athleticism. Like everything about Bo Jackson was supreme as an athlete. Like if his body wasn't supposed to hold up, right? That is so explosive in every way. Yet that type of body is gonna, like Zion Williams. Those bodies are gonna break down.
Yeah. You can't go wrong. That's a great one, Marvin. That's a great one. Yeah, for sure. If you Bo Jackson, you playing 2 sports. I'm like Marvin. I see you on ESPN all the time. Yeah. All right. My number 4 is Deion Sanders, prime times athleticism. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the fact that he can run a 4.3 in Tim's, you know what I'm saying, then turn around and play baseball, but he could play both sides on the football. He really could play receiver if they would have let him like play receiver, he would have been just as great as he was as a defensive back. So Deion Sanders' athleticism, I was close in my mind, so whatever. But
close in my mind.
In my own mind, I think I'm prime time. All right. Sister Rakia, what you got for number 3? Who do you have for number 3?
Number 3, I have Serena Williams. I love her passion for the sport. So to be that passionate about anything, I think is a gift, because I'll lose interest real quick.
But she's definitely dedicated, and she's the GOAT. So
yeah, she is, absolutely.
I'm surprised nobody said Simone Biles.
And I would argue she's the greatest athlete, man or woman of all time. There's an argument to be made that she's the greatest athlete, man or woman of all time.
There's an argument for sure. She's definitely.
I give her top 3.
Yeah, she's definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? Naeem says prime time for sure. Like, you know, you and your college, just get a Colorado jersey already for top 5. You know, your love for Deion Sanders. All right, Marvin, number 3. Who do you have?
I'm gonna go Steph's endurance.
Yeah. All that running
because
around.
Because that's why he's the greatest shooter of all time. It's not because he can shoot. It's because he don't feel that he tired, so he's always calm. The reason why people suck at shooting is because not only they think about it, that's one thing, and you tired on top of that.
Yeah, you know? Yeah.
But Steph be out there, he don't even be breathing, bro. You could I'm paid. Like, bro, I be feel easy.
Yeah, that's a great one, Marvin. Okay. My number 3, I'm going with O.J. Simpson's speed. I don't know if y'all noticed, but O.J. Simpson was fast. He can get away with a lot of things. Shut up, Joshua. He ran from everybody, including the police.
No, I think I think you add the fact that he was that big and that fast, bro.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with it. He broke all kind of records. USC records still hold up today. Shout out to Reggie Bush and them in USC.
I could always hear Dave Chappelle, but that's with all due respect. That's the juice.
Yeah.
That's the juice.
Picture, yeah. Number 2, who you got, Silver Kid?
Number 2, I have Michael Jordan's gaze. The way he would look at his opponents was very intimidating. If I could look at somebody like that, yes, God, that's what I need right there. I need his gaze.
Absolutely, he's on my list, but not for the gaze. But that's a good one for sure. Very intimidating. You can't go wrong with the GOAT.
Very intimidating.
Marvin, what you got for number 2? Or who you
For
got?
the record, if there was an athlete built with all of these things that I had, he'd be the greatest athlete of all time.
Oh,
Just
for sure.
LeBron James bone and tendon structure.
Longevity. You're gonna play
Boy,
forever. You're gonna play forever.
telling you, I'm gonna play forever. I'm gonna be boy. I got endurance. Wait till the last one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, mine is Mike Tyson's strength. It with everything they encompasses like fighting and athleticism and stuff. It don't mean nothing if you can't put your opponent on the ground if you Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? If he had the same coming out the robe, the no socks and the shoes. If he hit you and it ain't land and it ain't put you down, it wouldn't matter. Mike Tyson's strength, one of the strongest people I've ever seen. We've seen just just pure strength. Hey, to this day, even though he's old, it's still like, hey, what's going on? I don't know if I want to say something to Mike Tyson. Literally.
Nobody does, bro. You can see
Yeah,
grown men, wherever he is, they still fear him.
yeah. I'm like, I don't know if I'm running up on Mike. Number 1, who do you ask to Rakia?
Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, his strength, and he's very intimidating also, and very handsome, I may add. But yeah, Mike Tyson.
Okay, well, speaking of his handsomeness, I wish they would cast an actor who could play him and her to get the job done with a movie about him because I'm a Mike Tyson. He's my favorite fighter. It
Who's
can't just
Megan's good husband? What's that guy's name? Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're gonna give him no roles right now. It's like I'm just wanting to get the right script and play Mike Tyson, man. It'd be good, man.
I think he would make a good Mike.
He would. I mean, he was good in Creed 3. He was good in Creed 3.
You know, they'll blacklist him for so long, bro, but he'll start to get his role again, probably.
Well, I'll be happy because Creed 3, he played the hell out of that villain in Creed 3. He was good.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one, Marvin. If you want to binge watch some stuff after you watch Rocky, watch Creeds. All the Creeds are good.
Y'all done got so grown, y'all cussing now and stuff. I feel old. Beard, a goatee.
I got D Rose's explosiveness.
Okay, with Derrick Rose, okay.
Like, can you imagine LeBron James with D Rose's explosiveness?
Yeah.
Like that would be insane.
And the young MVP, you know what I'm saying? So that skill set of Derrick Rose. Okay, Marvin, now you have to make me think about me playing for Chicago. I play for the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Derrick Rose.
And he was the one for all of us. He lived our dreams right in front of us for us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of Chicago, number 1, I'm going with the GOAT. I'm going Michael Jordan. If I can fly, like I just really wanted to dunk. Once again, if I was getting to shoot and wasn't making the team, you know what I'm saying? Picture if I could fly from the free throw line. Stop playing. If you was Michael Jordan, you could just jump out the gym. Yeah. I mean, no, bro. I'm telling you, if I could jump like Michael Jordan, y'all have no idea.
No, it was so effortless. We don't appreciate it enough, bro. Like I find myself just acting like that's normal and easy. Like, bro, what he did was like hard, bro.
Switching hands, staying in the air. Like, come on, bro. If you can play like that, then where would that put you? Like, in the world of, you'll be somewhere else. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody who's watching. Naima, Sister Nia, Brother Musa, Sister Gwendolyn Trailer, everybody who showed love since the beginning. Black Skin the Traveler, everybody who always watches the People's Podcast, but primarily Top 5. We're back. Dr. Rakia, can you please say goodbye to everybody?
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless y'all and good night.
Good night. So, Rakia, what's up with Reels by Rakia? Do you still rate movies or you gonna bring that back?
Well, I am going to bring it back very soon. I have some things cooking in the pot. I got to do some editing to it and look out for it. Okay, revamping it a little bit.
But we're glad to have you back. We're glad to be back. Marvin, give us our word for the day, bro.
You know, I drive for Uber and I talk to a lot of people. And when I'm talking to these people, I always have the conversation of world peace because that's my dream. And it's interesting because a lot of them would say it's not attainable. And I always ask that person, how do you know it's not attainable? And do you think we're trying hard enough to attain world peace? And the answer is no, right? We could look around the world and see we're not trying hard enough. We're not loving our neighbor hard enough. You know what I mean? We're not unifying hard enough in all the ways that matter, not the ways that don't matter, but the ways that matter. So don't let anybody tell you that world peace isn't attainable. We're not taking that idea. We don't subscribe to that idea anymore. And as a people, I think if we all act like that and move like that, we'll get to world peace a lot faster than we're getting to it now.
Hey, World peace. That's what I'm talking about, Marvin. Thank you all for watching. This is Joshua Leonard Muhammad signing off for the People's Podcast. Top 5, we're back. We're going to have some great topics. And to my panelists, if y'all got some topics, let me know. Everybody who's watching, if y'all got something we can go over. Because the next one I really want to deal with, we missed it by like 2 weeks. But when they was doing those Mount Rushmores of R&B and the Mount Rushmores of
put me on that one.
Like that, the Mount Rushmores was that was one of the when I was doing it for myself, I was like, hold up, somebody getting left off. I was like, somebody getting left off. Every time I never saw a perfect Mount Rushmore. I was like, I don't know. So that I was like, we got to do it because those were some hard ones. And free Chris Brown. I know Marvin, all the Chris Brown fans out there, you got my boy
and Tory Lanez. It's all bad
listen,
out here, bro.
Listen, it's rough right now.